Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, a very warm welcome. This is the Bibliophile Doctorate, and in this channel I talk about books and everything bookish. So today I am very excited to bring you part 2 of the series of getting back to reading. So if you are somebody who wants to get back to the habit of reading, or wants to start reading, or is somebody who is wanting some suggestion or recommendation of books which you can introduce to your children to develop the habit of reading among them, so I have some very good suggestion. So if you are new here or you have not watched, there is a part 1 of this series where I have given 5 very good children book recommendation. Those are the books which is very age friendly, and anybody from any age group can read this. Those are very good books to introduce your child to the world of literature and develop the habit of reading. And it's also very simple for adults who want to start the habit of reading or want to get back into the joy of reading, because those allow you to enjoy reading like almost like a child. So I'll attach it somewhere here, or I'll mention it in the description box, so you can go and definitely check one. And if you are somebody like this, so this part 2 is also definitely for you. And in this part 2 I am also going to stick to children's literature. I will have another part where I have decided on some books which are not children's literature, because this might be not the genre for everyone. In that part I will have books which are for the adults, but those are very simple and easy books to get into the habit of reading. So do check the part 1 and let me know if that video did help you find the perfect recommendation for yourself or your young ones. So today let's dive into the part 2, and please watch till the end, because I have some very good recommendation. And also in this video, along with the world literature, I am also going to introduce you to some Indian children's literary writing, so that if you are also somebody who wants to explore Indian writing and South Asian writing, so this can also be a point of your entry into the Indian children's literature. So enough of me talking, let's dive into the recommendations. The first book I have here is Heidi. So this is a very special book for me, because I read Heidi when I think I was in class 6. I issued it from the library and I loved the world. I especially wish that I had that attic in which Heidi slept and that hay bed that her grandfather made for her. So I really loved that world and wish that I could also be able to stay in that Alps. So to give you an idea about Heidi, so this is about a very small girl who lives with her grandpa in the on the slopes of the Alps. It's a mountain. The nature is described so beautifully, the narrative flows so beautifully, and this is a world which is so magical. Like Heidi, her friends, her later when she moves to the city, her friend Clara, and then her grandpa, then the grandma who lives down the slope. So this is one of the book which is as magical as the world of Narnia, or Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland, or Hogwarts. So if you're somebody who loves the vibe of a very slow life, the slow Ghibli kind of vibe, so this is something which you would absolutely like. And I think if you introduce this Heidi and her adventures and her day-to-day small simple life to your kids, they are also going to absolutely love it, because this is one of the books which slows us down, makes us look at the nature and enjoy the beauty of the nature and enjoy the simple, ordinary, mundane life, because there is also joy and beauty among them as well. So for the second recommendation, I thought that mystery or any detective series is always something which actually grips us, and it's something which all of us, majority of us, loves reading. A good thriller, a good mystery, or a good detective series. So to keep it age friendly series, so I have picked The Famous Five by Enid Blyton. So this is one of the series which I and I used to be completely crazy, and even my friends. So we used to borrow these books from libraries when we were in 5 6 and in our secondary section. And apart, like sometimes I did picked up books like Heidi and then Black Beauty or Moby Dick, but Famous Five was a craze for us. And because this is a series, like there are a certain number of a book, and the current book I am holding is the book 8 of the series, and we used to borrow and used to exchange, and we wanted to read the whole. And I did have an ambition that I am going to finish this entire series of Famous Five, but it stayed as an ambition because life, when I grew up, I went out of school and it never happened. But I still remember Famous Five in a very fond way. So this is one of the books like you can recommend to your school going children who is a little, not really like a little grown up, like somebody who is in like 8 years, 9 years, so they can understand the adventure. And this also is the kind of adventure which we as young kids would imagine. So to give you an idea of this series, it's like there are 4 cousins mostly. Some are brothers and sisters, and they're like cousin, brother and sisters, and there are 4 of them, and they have a dog. So all 5 of them together went on various mystery, solving various mystery, like all the thrillers which is happening in a very child friendly manner. And this is something which you would love to read. It will definitely make you not put the book down, and also it might help your child fall in love with mystery series. So this is definitely something I thought that would be very good recommendation for this series. Next book in the series, and don't put out your mystery cap because we are still sticking to the genre, and this time it's a detective series, and I am sticking to the series which are child friendly, like age friendly, and I am entering into the Indian literary book recommendation, and I am introducing you to Satyajit Ray's Feluda. So the one which I am holding is in Bengali because in originally it is written in Bengali by Satyajit Ray. He also directed a few of the movies from this series. But don't worry if you can't read English, there's nothing to panic about or think that you are going to miss out. The Adventures of Feluda has been very well translated into English, and you will get all this book in the bookstores if it's available there, and definitely on the online website. So to give you an idea of the series, Feluda or Pradosh Mitro, as his formal name is, he goes on various adventures, and is accompanied by Topshe and Lanmohan Babu, who is also known as Jotayu, and Jotayu provides the comical angle to this story. So Feluda goes on various places. He is somebody who doesn't sit in his home and solve crimes, but he travels across India and even abroad. So Feluda taught a generation of Bengali kids, and even now the Bengali kids who are growing up, they learn from Feluda about Mogojastro, or the weapon called brain. So he, according to him, it's even more powerful than a revolver or any other weapon. So he will teach you how to be curious, how to observe things, like even small things which might be a clue, but it's in plain sight. So this is one of the series which taught me how to be curious, how to be very observant, and also developed a love for travel, because Feluda takes on various places. He's going to Hong Kong, he's going to Darjeeling, he's going to Ajanta Ellora in Maharashtra, and a lot of places. So this is one of the books you are going to absolutely love if you love mystery, if you love detective series, if you love travel, and you want to introduce it to children, or you want to get into the reading or get into Indian writing. So this is a very good point for all of this. The next book which I have as a recommendation is Malgudi Days by R.K. Narayan. This is a book which gives you an idea of the simple Indian daily, a small town life. It's set in a fictional town called Malgudi, and it's about the day-to-day lives of the people of this small town. And these are basically small short stories which are there, and it's very generous to our reading span because these are short stories. Swami and Friends is also a part of Malgudi Days. So if you're looking for something which is very slow paced, based on the beauty of our day-to-day life, about the joys of the life of simple people, how like into a glimpse of the Indian small town life, you can definitely pick up Malgudi Days, because it's not going to disappoint you. And this is a very good point of your entry into Indian writing and children literature. You can definitely recommend this to your children. They are absolutely going to love it, and definitely they would love Swami and Friends if you introduce it to them. The fifth recommendation which I have is I have this book because I wanted to show you the writer's name, which is Ruskin Bond. If I am into children's literature, how can I forget Ruskin Bond? But the story I want to introduce to you was The Blue Umbrella. I have it somewhere else, but I was not able to find it when I was trying to find the books to make this video. So I just got this, and to show you, the Ruskin Bond is the fifth author. But this book also have a lot of short stories. It's very simple and sweet and very slow paced lives, almost like on the vibes of Malgudi Days. So if you're somebody who are trying to get back into reading, trying to find something simple and good literature, and not into reading children's literature, this any of Ruskin Bond's work would be very good recommendation for you. But if you want to introduce your children to Ruskin Bond, the book that I have as a recommendation is The Blue Umbrella. So it's a book which is based on a small hilly town, and it is also very simple because it's the main protagonist is a child named Binia. So she gets hold of a blue umbrella. She comes to own a blue umbrella, and it's a very beautiful umbrella, and everybody around her kind of appreciates and realizes it's actually a very beautiful umbrella. But suddenly there is a shopkeeper who see the umbrella and he wants to own it. So then that's the story follows, when the shopkeeper, he's plotting to own the umbrella, and how Binia will react. Will the shopkeeper kind of be able to get hold of the umbrella, or what will happen? So that's how the story flows. So it's a very beautiful story with a very good lesson and words of wisdom, and it is something I think your children would love, and it's a very good bedtime story. And it's also for you if you want to get into the reading, because it will help you get into reading, getting back into reading, or getting into reading very easily, because it's a beautiful story, very simple language, not so lengthy, and very good for our current attention span. So that was the recommendation for today. I will come up with another video on this series of recommending you of stories or books or getting back to reading. I have a few books in mind about the next episode, but if it's too long or there are too many, maybe I'll divide it into two parts. So that's all for today. I will love to know if you like this video. What do you think about the recommendation? Which book would you love to pick up? And if you have seen the part 1, please let me know which book you did pick up from that video, and I'll definitely attach the link to part 1 in this video, so you can go and check those books out. So that's it, and if you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, because I would be coming up with the subsequent video and furthermore recommendation in my upcoming videos. So please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.